So earlier this week, I was experiencing something that a lot of us may go through. It was pretty much just a funk where I just had a hard time getting out of bed. I was questioning myself, what am I going to do? How come I feel like, I don't know, nothing's happening, I feel stuck. And it was just one of those moments where you just feel like giving up. And on today's episode of MRI TV, I want to share with you guys what I did when I faced that moment of wanting to give up. So last month was pretty great. I achieved a lot of the goals that I wanted to hit. I made a lot of progress in terms of what I wanted, and then some actually, which is pretty much releasing a course that I really wasn't intending on releasing. But recent weeks have actually been pretty tough. I've actually experienced confusion in terms of what I wanted to do, what I wanted to create, and what I wanted to achieve this month. And even though I stated it, there was those moments of what to do next, because there's always that moment of I wanted to get this, well, what's the step to get there? And I was really confused on what step to take. And earlier in the week, my friends shared me with their success, what my friend did in terms of his health coaching and what my other friend did in terms of her branding, and really got me to a point of reflecting of what the heck am I doing? And it got me pretty down because I felt like I wasn't getting anywhere, so I was pretty much in a huge funk that morning. I was actually in bed for an hour or so trying to figure out what to do, asking myself what's next, what am I committed to creating today. I was just all the sort of normal things I sort of go through the process of what I need, of what I wanted to do in terms of creating results to get to the goal I want. But even after an hour, still nothing, and I was getting to a point of getting frustrated, and I was like, yeah, what do I do? You know? And I really think it's these moments that can possibly shift the momentum of success. You have a decision to either give up, conform, and just do what everyone else is doing, or you can just keep going. And even though I experienced some awesome results previously, at that moment in time, I just felt like giving up. Was I being too hard on myself? Maybe. So what did I do to help get myself out of this funk? What I did first, because I was mainly in a funk about my business, was reach out to friends who were also doing great in their business. So, and I asked them, what do you do when you feel like giving up? And I got a lot of great insight of what to do. So the main thing I got out of it, though, was two things. Take some time away and reconnect with your why. The first thing that I did was take some time away. I remember this quote from Leonardo da Vinci. I don't exactly remember how it goes, but I know the interpretation, the lesson I got is you take some time away, you're going to come back to your work a lot more reinvigorated, and the problem that seems to be such a big deal, when you come back to it, really isn't. So I don't remember the quote exactly, and I'll give it to you guys right down below so you guys can check it out, but that's the general lesson that I learned from it. So the first thing I did in terms of taking some time away was exercise. I love working out because I believe when we're working out, we're fully present with our mind, body, and spirit all at once. And it's fun, especially if you're working out with a friend. And I love it because when you're working out, there's no time to really stress out about bills because you're way too busy doing a pull-up or a chin-up or lifting that weight. So there's really no time to just stress out about other things because you're way too focused on what you're doing at that moment. The next thing I did was play some basketball. I've been playing on and off for about a year, and I love it because it's something I'm not an expert in, something I'm new, and it's something I'm continuing to learn. And I love it because I'm taking it from a perspective as a beginner, and there's no pressure of me having to know what I'm doing, just knowing enough to play the game at a pretty good level. And the last thing I did was spend time with my family. And I'm not just talking about the family that's your blood relatives, but the people that care about you and the people that you care about. And this was huge because I didn't have to worry about things I was going to do because all I had to do was just be with them. I just got to be goofy, I got to be funny, I got to be relaxing, and I got to be just something other than just having to be the person of work. And it was amazing because I didn't have to worry about that. And it's relationships that are so much more powerful, that can connect us way more compared to just all these accolades that we seem to get in this journey of life. So, and that's something that I'm continuing to learn, that relationships are way more important than success. And the second piece of advice I followed was reconnect with my why. And it's funny because I got to spend time with them at the same time, which is my family. They're the hugest motivating factor of why I do anything. And this may be the same for a lot of you guys, or it may not be. And it's crazy because I've never really shared this with YouTube space or YouTube world at all, but I remember this one time I was working out before I went into a set. I listen to a lot of motivational music before I do any of my workouts, and I don't really listen to hip hop or rock anymore because it does amp me up, but it's not as effective as listening to any motivational tracks. And what I saw right before I went in to do my set was it was like a 3-part vision. I saw myself and me and my family, me, Stephanie, and Jordan. We were walking through this sandstorm, and it was just like that moment of difficulty. I knew like the thing is like it felt like we were alone and just trying to get to the vision that we want. And then the next part of the vision was us on top of the mountaintop, a mountaintop. Like you see us. There's a silhouette and there's nothing but light shining above, like sort of symbolizing that we made it to the top and that it's possible to get there. And then the last part of the vision, which is just recently added when I was listening to it. When I looked to my right, I saw a lot of my friends, coming up to the mountaintop too, and it sort of symbolized that for me that anything is possible. That not only what we can create as a family, but the impact that we can have on our friends as well. Even though we may have different visions, we would like to be the impact of something positive in their lives. So this may or may not work for you because we all have different situations, we all have different walks of life, but whatever I share with you guys today, I hope it works. If it's anything that you get out of this video, I want you to know that wherever you are is perfect. Okay, that moment of difficulty, it's exactly what we need to experience to help us break through and get us to that next level. That feeling of helplessness is just nothing but more than experience, nothing more than a cloud passing in the sky. And what we're experiencing, that feeling of helplessness, that feeling of defeat, is nothing more than a temporary, ephemeral emotion. What's important is what we do when it's there. Do we keep going or do we stop? And if you really want to achieve that success, we get to keep going. And there will be moments where when you look all around you, nothing represents success. And that's normal. So before I go, I want to ask you guys, what do you guys do when you feel like giving up? Do you have your own process, or do you guys do something a little similar to this? Let me know by leaving a comment right down below. And while you're at it, make sure you head on over to the blog and subscribe to the free newsletter so I can give you guys insight and more beyond Emeroy TV. And if you like this video, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and share this with a friend. And remember, we're all called to greatness, whether it's the lowest point of our lives or the highest point of our lives. Moment by moment, we have the choice to live our highest potential. But at the end of the day, it's really up to us to choose. The world needs your greatness to shine. Thanks for watching Emeroy TV, and I'll catch you guys next time. You should sing your heart out. You're not gonna hide in a corner and never sing again. You have that choice to sing your heart out or to dance your heart out. Because I'm a dancer, I've been to auditions. Either you choose to be scared and hold yourself back, or you dance full out. Okay, same thing. But if there's a moment where you're supposed to be a friend and you